Alright, in the previous videos we got some coin pickups. We added a widget, and when we touch coins, it counts at the bottom left. It shows us how many coins we got. Now, here's going to be a quick fix for this. Because we did some binding, we bound the text for coins. Instead of doing coins :0, we bound it here to the coins variable on our third-person character that we made. Okay, we had to go fetch it from player 0, make sure it was a third-person character, and then go right here. Because we got a third-person character, fetch the coins variable from that, and then convert it to text and plug it into the return value, and that sends it from here back out to our widget text right here. But the problem is it just says 0, 1, 2. Now I showed in the last video a kind of weird way to get it to look a little say coins :0, but I want to show you this other way for two reasons. We might want to put the words coins : here, on the widget in the designer. We might want to go coins :0, but we might also want to just go to get a picture or something like that. And this video will show both ways. So first, let's go coins : We're going to obviously, you could probably figure this out on your own. We're going to get another text thing. We're going to make sure it's on the canvas panel. If I want to make sure these both end up together, I could click on text block, this one, and go to anchors and hold shift click, anchors, control click at the bottom left one, and it'll go down there. And I could try to line this up a little bit, and get coins : going right there. Let's go do that. Oh, it's unfortunate that this says coins :0. Can I rename that right now? I can't. I should have done that before. It's going to be kind of ugly, huh? So, yeah, I should just have a 0 or 1 or something like that. That's really unfortunate. I do not know how to fix that. Let me see if I can find out real quick. Well, I don't know the right way, but you can remove the binding here, which will break everything. And now I can just put a 0 here. And then I can rebind by clicking on get text. Don't create a new binding. If you unbind, create on get text, and now it locks it again at 0. Alright, and now we want to take this 0 text and scooch it over. We could also change the justification or something like that. What can we do? We could change the text alignment to right-sided or something like that. That was not the right one. This one could go to the right side. Whatever, I'm having a hard time. Let's get it again. Okay, I was going to show... I can't even show you how to move text, so I don't even know what I'm thinking here. Alright, so now I got two text fields. And the first one's obviously going to say coins. If I could just move it. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Coins : you are not text block. You are coins : Sorry for the painful delivery here. I cannot get those to connect. There we go. Where do I have to drag? There we go. Okay, coins : Problem here is, as it gets bigger, it is going to push to the left. So I do need to make sure that this 0 is left justified so that it expands to the right. And so I'll drag that over if I can ever get it again. And I'll try to drag it over to the right. There we go. And now it should go 0. If I get 100 or 1,000, it'll go to the right. Now, that's one way to do it. If you want these on the same line, you should go to panel, and there should be a row horizontal box. What's it called? Yeah, horizontal boxes, left and right. Let's go put a horizontal box as a child of the canvas panel and put these two as children of the horizontal box. And if you mess it up, you can just re-drag stuff. But notice now that horizontal box needs anchored at the bottom left. Shift click, anchor, control click, scooch it around where you want it. And now, oh my gosh, get in there. There we go. And now these guys need justified, and you can choose the positioning by hitting the arrows, which is kind of sweet, to push stuff left or right. And that's what a horizontal box gets you. I'm going to go drag out 10 coins and see what happens when I get the 10th coin. So make sure you save, and you don't have to. I'm going to show you how to do it with an image in a second. 1, 2. If you want to change the pickup value of these, that would be a little more involved. Do I have 10 yet? I should pause the video here to not waste your time, but here we go. Boom. And it does what we want. It pushes to the right. Let's go switch this for an image and then I'll be done. I'm going to get rid of the text coins. I'm going to hit delete and I'm going to go add an image. So under the common stuff, we're going to come down here and drag an image into the horizontal box and make sure it is on the left side. Oops, oops, oops. And ooh, that's painful. I'm just going to push it left. There we go. Now, you can, image by default is empty. You can change the color and make it a red box or a green box or a background or something like that. So we could go change this to a yellow box and just have it, that be our coin indicator. Maybe we want a little more space between the two. I actually don't remember how to do that. We can give padding on this. Where is padding? I'm going to type pad up here. And we'll increase the padding value by typing a number in here, 20. And that just broke it, so that doesn't work. Can I put a space in there? No, I can't. I guess I could put another text item there and put a space there. But let's go change that to an image, okay? Let's go switch the yellow color back to what it was. I guess I'll just hit undo a couple times and hope it, there we go. And let's go switch it to an image. The image is found under the brush property here. You open this up and it says image there. So we need some image. I went and downloaded from pixabay.com. I found a coin, or you can go on Google Images. A lot of these will have watermarks, so it won't be downloadable. Or you can make your own in Photoshop if you have the skills, or wherever resource you want. I might have some icon folders somewhere that I could let you use. But once you get it downloaded, you're going to drag it into the content browser. So let's go do that. Coin drags over here. Oops. And I'm using Alt-Tab to go back and forth. If you want to do it the long way, you'll have to drag and hover over Unreal and then drop it. Now you could drag this onto an object and it would make a material for you, but we don't want it out in our scene. We want it on top of our widget. So we'll come in here and under image, drop this down, and mine was called coin. There it is. It had a transparent background built in, so you can see the gray checkers behind. And we can resize it. We can click and type in the size manually. Auto. Fill. Ew. Fills the box, that horizontal box, which stretches it and stuff. Image size is what we'd want if we want to make it bigger or smaller. Or you can use your scale tools, QWER, and you cannot drag that because it's filling the horizontal box. Can we stretch it at all? Anyway, hopefully that gives you some hints on how to do this. If it was not part of the horizontal box, you'd have a lot more power. You could put this, anchors, control click, shift click, and all that stuff, and then you could kind of reposition it. And notice it is stretched. There's where you do the size. Make sure those numbers are the same, 40 and 40 or whatever, if it's a square image, and then you can position it where you want it. And that's another way to do that. And I could get rid of the horizontal box and move the text out if I didn't want it to be lined up exactly. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on how to do this. Let's just double check that this actually works. And I got my coins image down there. If I want the whole thing bigger, which I definitely do, I could go change the size of the horizontal box. Is that going to work? Yeah. And notice that doesn't necessarily do exactly what I want. Oh, it's because of the size of this guy was wrong, right? So let's go change that. No, image size. It is locked in. Gross. Because it's a child of the horizontal box, it needs to go back to fill. Ooh, no, auto. Gross. I gotta pause. I gotta fix this. Driving me crazy. Well, it wasn't working a second ago, but now I can drag this and make it wider. So it's a little bit clunky. I don't know exactly what it needs to be here, but you can change the size there to make it bigger. I did resize the horizontal box by dragging that bigger. It takes up more. And now I can click on the image and try to resize it. Not by dragging the handles, unfortunately, but by changing the size here. How to get the spacing in there. Let's try put padding here and see what happens. There we go. Adding some padding there, make it a little bigger. Oh, and we do need to change the size of this because everything else is bigger. We should change the font size to something bigger, and you should be able to just drag left and right to make it something more reasonable. So hopefully that gives you some more ideas on how to make this a little more appropriate. And we'll see you in the next one.